When you found out your husband was watching porn, it probably didn't feel like just a bad habit. It might have felt like the floor dropped out from underneath you. Now you can't unsee the images in your mind. You're suddenly comparing yourself to people on a screen. You're lying awake, replaying conversations and wondering, was he lying then too? And because you're a Christian wife, there's a layer of spiritual confusion on top of all that. You might be asking yourself, if I really trusted God, would I be this anxious? Am I being unforgiving? Is porn the same as adultery? What does God expect me to do? People might tell you, just forgive, or all men struggle with this, but your body isn't buying it. Your chest tightens when his phone lights up. Your stomach drops when he says, we need to talk. You feel edgy and jumpy, then guilty for being edgy and jumpy. That's not you being dramatic. That's your nervous system responding to betrayal trauma. So here's why your body feels out of control. When someone you deeply trust hides something this vulnerable and intimate, your brain reads it like danger, just like a car crash or a house fire. There's a part of your brain I like to call the smoke alarm. It's scanning all the time, asking, am I safe? Is this familiar? Is this dangerous? When betrayal happens, that alarm gets really sensitive. So now it goes off when you notice he's quiet. He locks his phone. You see a suggestive ad. Or even when you're at church, hearing a sermon about marriage. Now you're not choosing these reactions. Your body is trying to protect you from being blindsided again. Before you can make wise decisions about boundaries, reconciliation, or healing, you need a way to calm the alarm so you're not constantly living in fight or flight. That doesn't mean ignoring what happened. It means helping your body feel safe enough to think clearly again. So let's practice one simple tool together that you can use in those moments when your chest tightens and you feel like you might come apart. Now you can do this sitting at your kitchen table, in the bathroom at church, or lying awake in bed. It involves clasping your hands back and forth like this. And just continue in this manner until I tell you to stop. And this does many things. It actually connects both sides of the brain, and it gives your brain a simple, repetitive sensation to focus on. And your brain might be saying, right now, I'm here. I'm clasping my hands, and I'm not in that discovery moment anymore. It helps ground you, and it helps process trauma. So as we use this technique called bilateral stimulation, begin inhaling slowly through your nose. Then exhale like you're blowing out through a straw. Long, steady, controlled. Good. Breathe in deeply through your nose. And then out slowly through your mouth, like you're blowing through a straw. Good. Continue this breath pattern, breathing out a little longer than you breathe in. Now these long exhales tell your nervous system it's safe and we can slow down right now. Now begin to return to a normal breath, breathing in deeply through the nose and out through the mouth, continuing with the bilateral stimulation. And then gently notice, where is the strongest sensation in your body? Is it pressure in your chest, a knot in your stomach, tension in your jaw or shoulders? You don't have to change it, just name it quietly in your mind, like tight chest, sinking feeling in my stomach. This is you listening to your body instead of fighting it. And now fixating on that sensation, on each exhale, imagine setting just 2% of that sensation at Jesus' feet. Not all of it. You don't have to fix yourself in one breath. Just 2. Little by little, almost like you're saying, Jesus, I can't hold all of this. Here's a little bit for you to carry while I breathe. Let that sensation be there, but picture 2% of the weight leaving your chest or stomach each time you breathe out. Good. And you can keep going as long as you need until you feel something shift. When you begin checking in, there's 4 things that can happen. The feeling can stay exactly the same. The feeling might move, so chest tension becomes shoulder tension. The feeling can change, so chest tension becomes butterflies in the stomach. Or the sensation lessens. What happened for you? Now, all of those are good results. If it changes, moves, or reduces, we are telling the nervous system we have control. Now, if it stays exactly the same, that's just a sign we need a little more help and a trauma therapist alongside us to go a little deeper, but we can still work with it. So I want you to take this gift for yourself this week. Practice this in short rounds, 40 seconds at a time, until you notice even a small drop of intensity. We're not aiming for completely calm. We're aiming for slightly more regulated than a minute ago. Now this little practice works because betrayal registers like trauma in your nervous system. Your brain's smoke alarm keeps ringing, trying to protect you from more harm. And we're not bypassing the pain with spiritual cliches. We're doing something deeply Christian, bringing out real, embodied fear into the presence of Jesus, one breath at a time. We calm the alarm before we try to rebuild anything. Now, my 3-phase restored roots model that we're going to go over this Saturday at 9 a.m. Mountain and 11 a.m. Eastern, we'll explore phase 1, recognize and stabilize, which is part of what we're doing right now with this method, helping your body and brain come out of crisis mode so you can actually hear God, hear yourself, and make grounded choices. Now, if that practice gave you even a tiny bit of relief, 2%, 5%, I'd love to walk with you a little further. So join us on Saturday at 9 a.m. Mountain and 11 a.m. Eastern for my free workshop. We'll spend about 2 hours together and we'll go deeper into phase 1, recognize and stabilize, and we'll unveil the 2 next steps. We're going to talk more about why your reactions make sense theologically and neurologically. We'll practice more tools to calm panic, intrusive images, and spiraling thoughts. And we'll begin naming what safety and boundaries can look like without abandoning your faith or your empathy. And if you stay for the whole 2 hours, you'll unlock a live-only gift we've been prepping all year. And yeah, it's the one worth more than an iPhone, but less than a Tesla. Now you can come with your camera off, you don't have to share your story, and there's zero pressure to make big decisions on the call. Just bring your nervous system, your questions, and your honest self. I'll answer your questions live. Make sure to add the event to your calendar and set aside those 2 hours for you. Now you're not alone, and you don't have to keep doing this all by yourself. We'll see you on Saturday.